We feared this day would come when the lands are ruined and the champions of the light can no longer save those in need. But I will.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Let's Play Diablo 3. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. As I jump on into us, I'm finally actually recording an episode the day prior to uploading it, rather than way later in the day, like 4 p.m. in the evening, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta upload this now. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Let's be real. Regardless, though, hope you're all doing well, and I'm just gonna drop my gear. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I gotta throw it in here. There we go. Just want to drop my emeralds in there, or gems as they are. And then we have this Scoundrel token and a rare Templar relic. We might as well, I guess it doesn't matter. We don't need them right now. We'll probably just give them, we'll craft them gear later. Ooh, we got some better boots. Nice, nice, nice. Let's quickly scroll through our stuff. Some bracers. We're looking pretty good. We're at 10k damage already on master difficulty. We're kind of slaying like villains over here, which feels pretty good. And of course we have this juicy plus 190 damage weapon. Getting a socket on your weapon and then the really nice gems will definitely help us out considerably. Of course, these are gems from other playthroughs, but at the moment, I don't really care. I'm actually having a lot of fun learning Necromancer and going through it. So at the end of the day, although we're not doing it as vanilla as it used to be, I mean, that was the warning at the beginning of the series, we're not going to be able to finish it in time. This game's long. But at the end of the day, I actually am just really having a good time. I always loved Diablo 3. It's a really fun game. Anyway, there is dialogue from the Scoundrel. Let's go talk to him. About difficult decisions.
Do you ever doubt your choices?
No.
Things never seem to turn out like I hope they will.
Trust in logic, not hope.
Try living in the slums before you lecture me.
I have lived a stranger life than you know, Lyndon.
I have seen stranger things. Also, I accidentally cut off dialogue between the Templar and the Scoundrel. Whoops. Tell me about these blood ties.
What happened to the rest of your family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
So you both turned to thieving?
No. He was a member of the city guard.
You were constantly at odds then?
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
Really? Tell me about your dispute with your brother.
You and your brother chose different paths.
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you committed yourself to a life of crime.
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
Your brother had no objections?
That may have been serious.
Scoundrel's becoming quite interesting too, and hopefully we get more dialogue with the Enchantress as well as we continue to level. I don't know. Oh wait, yeah, we already have dialogue with her. Let's go talk to her about the unanticipated.
Did the Prophet foresee everything?
Well, I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
Tyrael.
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
He is our ally.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile.
It's true. I know some of you guys in the comments have been saying that Tyrael was supposed to die, that he shed his wings. I don't know anything about that. In the game world so far, like, they haven't explained anything like that, but I'm assuming maybe in the novels or something along those lines, that's probably explained that, like, if an angel sheds their wings, they die. But thematically, I think it's cool. Obviously, if the novels go against it, then sure, it's a weird hole. Although at the same time, plot holes are kind of always expected in games. They're so long. The storylines are always so very long, and especially when so many years pass between Diablo 2, say, and Diablo 3, they probably want to throw new things in, especially when they think of the idea like Tyrael rips off his wings and falls to Earth as a star, and becomes human, and that's where the game takes place, which is kind of a cool revelation. If you really, I mean, if you think about the cool factor, I think it's dope. But at the same time, I totally get it where people are coming from, where they're like, I mean, it doesn't make sense story-wise, but at the same time, it's kind of dope to how he just does that. Miriam has some more dialogue for us as well. Tell me about the jeweler.
Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
I must decline.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not interested in that. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. You're a little something else there, Shen. Shen also not a character we're supposed to run into until a bit later, but again, we're going into adventure mode. It definitely helped a little bit.
There ain't no guards around, are there? Good, because I got some new items to show you.
No. I'm good. Thank you. All right, we're level 30, or sorry, 45. Can't count. We're doing pretty good so far. Cannot be far. Someone was also asking, how did I get all the skeletons and the golems and the whatnot and what have you? If you go into the settings, you can enable elective mode, and then you can pull in skills from each individual class. It doesn't matter what it is. So you could have like all of one type of ability if you really wanted to, which is really cool. And we got ourselves a brand new journal entry here.
We camp, lying in wait for a hero of incredible prowess. My gut churns with the suspicion that we are simply fodder. I have heard tales of this hero wading through our ranks, slaughtering us as if we were children. I will not sleep again tonight, I fear.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am kind of like a super being right now.
Your material. The light of the seraphim radiates from him.
He hails from the high heavens.
You have been blessed by many.
Holy crap, you guys...
The cycle.
I'm literally AFKing and they're getting massacre. They're getting massacre bonuses. Because I'm trying to stay far away from combat so the audio doesn't swarm the voices of the characters. And then my dudes are apparently at this point are just strong enough to just smack people left and right. So great. Oh god. There are some super boys over there. Gotta be careful about that. I remember to be draining though constantly whenever I'm in combat, because it also gives me some nice stacking buffs for my boys.
Must serve the cycle.
Oh, and thanks to you guys, we learned that the guy that I was talking about in the other episode, straight up, is who I said he was. He sounded exactly like the dude that plays Balthier in Final Fantasy XII. There's just some random guard in this game too, which is hilarious to me. He's just an additional voice, I guess. I don't know if he voices other characters in the game, I didn't check. But, the fact that he voices Balthier and I could just tell from the style of his voice, was it the inflections? Yeah, inflections of his voice, really good. Good stuff. Such a wonderful voice actor. If you've never played Final Fantasy XII, I think it actually, for a game that was originally Japanese... Oh, right, we were supposed to be in the ruins in this one. I totally forgot. Oh well, too late. At least now we made it back. For Final Fantasy XII, with it being a game that's Japanese, typically a lot of games, especially in PS2 era and previous, have kind of relatively poor English voice acting. It's not always the case. Like, we're not going to run into like the Mega Man X4s every time, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, go search up Mega Man X4 cutscenes of Zero standing over a girl, and it's like, what am I even fighting for? And shit like that. It just sounds really bad. Ooh, 46 already. Nice. Yeah, it was around the time where like voice acting wasn't amazing. People always like to also use the example of like Final Fantasy X, where Titus is laughing. He laughs that way in Japanese just because it's a fake laugh. on purpose. But everyone always thinks it's bad voice acting because I guess they're brain dead. Let's go with that. But regardless, like, Final Fantasy 12 is probably some of the best English dubs in, like, video game history, in my honest opinion. They let the voice actors do what they thought would be the best interpretation of the characters, and they really handle it super, super well, which I absolutely adore.
My essence is too low.
It's very difficult, say someone that speaks a different language, in this case Japanese, right? Someone that speaks Japanese to be a voice director for English speakers. Even if they are fluent in both languages, they will always understand the full inflections and the style of their primary language well beyond the capabilities of any secondary or tertiary or later on languages that they learn. And the thing is that, like, imagine how difficult that must be to, like, get your voice actors to just nail it, right? Just go all in and just nail the role of the character that you're trying to portray. Because these characters are already thought up in the original developers' heads. And that is some of the most difficult things. Like, even if you are just doing it of the language that you are familiar with, it is just, like, you have to be able to guide the voice actor to sound exactly like how you want. Hilariously, if you go back to, say, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid is one of those games where everyone praises it for, amazing voice acting, and that's mainly because the voice actors were allowed to do whatever the heck they wanted. Also, awesome rings. Someone's fallen lunatic to your side every 11 seconds. Thank you very much. I will take that. I'll throw a gem in there later. We got some lore. Listen to that first.
Dangerous demons are large and imposing. The dust imps are little more than children in size, but they possess the cunning and bloodlust of far larger creatures. They take cover in the shadows, emerging only when viable prey wanders too close. Then they ambush, leaving little more than bones behind them.
Perfect. Also, these guys are the Explodey boys, so they just kind of build up over time. I wonder what the limit is. Let's go back to our list. The Feared Hero. Yeah, okay. I don't think we've missed anything since then under most recent. Weirdly, the Spider Queen is up here for most recent. Which seems odd. That doesn't seem correct. Oh, shit. So, uh-oh. I hope this is... It's gotta be character specific, right? It's gotta be character specific. I can only imagine. But as for most recent, it doesn't seem particularly like that. Anyway, these guys explode. They stab themselves and they explode. I just wonder what the limitations are. I'm not even seeing them in my my character list, but that's pretty cool that the ring just spawns Explodey boys and sends them on in for death. But yeah, like, going back into what we were talking about, because I love tangents, and I love talking about this shit, because voice acting is something I very much am interested in. Imagine trying to guide people to sound exactly like the director of the actual characters originally thought they should sound like, right? But then you have Metal Gear Solid, where you have David Hayter who comes in. He's invited by Jennifer Hale. He does a voice. Obviously, the voice crew there that was listening to him really liked it. He hammed it up, obviously, and became the iconic voice of Solid Snake as it was. But, lo and behold, Hideo Kojima was not a fan of David Hayter's over-the-top voice, even though, he was really making this super macho character. That's like Jean-Claude Van Damme mixed in with the face of Christopher Walken. With the character design of Snake Plissken from Escape from New York to the, so much to the extent that even, I think there was like lawsuits going on at the time between Escape from New York creator and Konami, which is insane. So, like, even though everyone agrees that Solid Snake's voice is incredible in English, and also in Japanese, but incredible in English, even that didn't fit the original director's style of the character. That's not to say that the director is always right and always wrong.
I can only imagine.
Tired and heavy with sorrow.
Not quite sure what they're talking about there, but yeah, it's incredible to see that, like, trying to voice direct or have an original vision for your character, and then of course you have to pull voice actors in, and then have localization for other characters. Oh, and even localization could be wrong, and like, oh my goodness gracious, like, It is not easy. It is impressive, at the very least, that we can have Japanese games with English VO that even function in the sense that they can explain the story to you, or at least convey some sense of emotion to the player in their native tongue, which is so cool. But of course, myself, I do also love listening to the original dub as well, and the original intended inflections of the voice or the way that someone speaks or something like that. That I really love, because then you know that you're getting the true, mostly true.
Some kind of magical device. It must have been destroyed along with its master.
At least then you'll know that you're getting close to the true original style of how the character should sound, even if you're not 100% used to that sort of that style of tongue or the style of speaking, in a way. And it's difficult, man. Like, to ask someone to have to listen to another language that they've never heard before or just not familiar with, it can be extremely difficult. I know a large number of people that have a very difficult time even reading the subtitles, and of course, you run into those issues where it's like, I don't want to read the story, or I want to watch the animation, or, you know, especially if you're playing a game like this, it would be extremely difficult for me to say play this in Japanese or German or whatever localizations they have for it, and play, because I wouldn't be able to catch what they're saying, right? Unless I was very familiar with the language or I understood certain words here and there that I picked up. It's cool, man. Language is cool. Voice acting is even more cool, and I always love it. I always love talking about it, and I just love, like, trying to figure it all out. What everyone is thinking about when they are creating these pieces of work that are oh so difficult to make, of course, and bringing them out to worldwide consumption, right? I think that stuff is just absolutely incredible, that we can even play games from other countries and other origins to this day and age, and get as close to the original thought out design that was intended for it, or, you know, relatively close to it anyway. But it's not always going to be the case. Again, you're going to run across, like, you know, those Mega Man X4s or you know, the original Resident Evil, where they, like, literally recruited people off the street that happened to speak English and told them to act, which is always hilarious. No, wait, don't go! Oh my god. You were almost a Jill sandwich. That's where the cheesiness and everything kind of still plays into it well, though, because Resident Evil is a very cheesy series, especially if we start delving into, say, Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, although people dislike those games. I love them for my own reasons, especially them being, like, super funny to, like, listen to and watch. They take themselves so seriously that a lot of the time I find it to be like a joke. I think it works really well. I think it works really well as, like, an unintentional comedy in the way that storyline goes, although I know that the developers want it to be somewhat seriously taken here and there, right? Oh shit. Well, hold on, I gotta grab the loot here before he disappears. Please, just hold on. Alright, where is he? I wonder if he's taken off yet? Nope. Oh! Yeah, get him! Is he already dead? No, okay, never mind. He's already run like half a mile. Get him, boys! Yeah. I keep forgetting to summon my skeletons, mainly because I feel like my boys right now are real good, dude. They are real good. What the hell was that physics engine? It came from, like, on the right of the screen, but then got really tiny, like, right over here as I was running around. It seemed really, really weird. Not sure what it was. One interesting thing. Okay, if we're gonna keep on this tangent for a little while. Witcher 3, for example, a Polish game. Apparently they did a lot of the lip sync, like the automatic lip sync, and they based it off of like Japanese lip flaps, which is interesting. So all of the original, like all the raw data that the AI would use to like match lip flaps to whatever language it was, I think originated from the Japanese style of how a character spoke, which I thought was super interesting. Now, obviously, there are videos out there, especially of the person that worked on the lip flaps synchronization, that are like, it's not 100% automatic, right? Even with like sophisticated lip flaps from stuff like, say, Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy VII Remake that just came out, which is probably the most sophisticated AI for syncing the mouth movements to the character models, even when they have it not carefully adjusted. And you can see it. If you ever talk to an NPC in like Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy VII Remake, you'll notice like mouths will move, right? Mouths will move weird, and you can tell that no one actually went in to like adjust how the movements went, because the game's localized in so many different places. It's extremely difficult to do it more than just Japanese. So you always run into those problems. And even if it's in Japanese, I think they just left it on automatic, and so you can see the jankiness of it all, right? It's like, man, even lip flaps is just like the hardest thing ever. Good grief. Thank goodness, like, anime out there, right, is just like not as intensive to work with as like trying to animate real life looking CG people. Because like you're just gonna continuously run into like a nuisance every time someone has to speak in a different language. You're like, oh, I have to do this all over again. unless you match the lip flaps, and then you're living the dream.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
A mortal realm. Very good. Good thing Deckard Cain recorded all his audio logs on Audible before we left. Good job, Deckard. Get 'em, boys.
Has blessed me. The night in.
Dude, I just have the army of murder at my disposal here. It is just something else to watch this group of badasses just roam the land. Like, I don't even have to do anything. They're just here to hang out, you know? It's gotta revive these fools every now and again, because they leave behind their own corpses, so it could potentially infinitely have... Okay, well, this is clearly a trap. You could sit... I like that shit, man. I like that they just put all those bodies there. They're all dead, leading up to, like, a resplendent chest. That shit's funny to me. So, theoretically, we could just have a whole army of these dudes just, like, wandering around with us. But, you know, sometimes I do like to just devour them. They are delicious, after all. Dude, you guys killed them in 5 seconds flat. Alright, now they're my army. It's like Evil Dead 3 up in here, man. Sooner or later, you're gonna find my evil doppelganger is coming in. They missed something over there? No, okay. Oh god!
I am overburdened.
Really? Already? Oh my god, we've been having too much fun. I didn't even notice how much stuff I've been picking up here.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, I'm disappointed just by being in your presence, Sister of Wirt. I hope Wirt's... my son, Wirt. Or not son, Aiden's son, Wirt. He's not actually, by the way. I just like calling him that because we already had him for so long, and then we finally started paying him stuff, and then we beat the game and then moved on to Diablo 2, and we just find his goddamn leg, and we're like, well, all right. And then we find his leg just discarded in this game, so the Necromancer in that game didn't give a shit. You know what? Why can't we just resurrect Wirt? Time to make a petition. Change.org. Let's go. Let us summon Wirt from the dead, please, and thank you. All right. Just make it happen. I do kind of like internally want to bring all of my little demon boys. Oh my god, he's already dead! How does this happen? Who killed him? How is he so dead so quick? I lost my train of thought there.
You can't leave us here!
That was the fastest death ever. Oh, hello everyone. No, oh no! Okay, woo! Frozen stuff, and then that. Even worse. Get on it, everyone. Alright, that guy died a little bit slower. Jeez. Alright, let's get in there. Oh no! They're torturing him down here. These monsters. What game was it that we were playing? Oh, it was Doom, right? Yeah. If you like this game, by the way, if you like this type of lore and this kind of weird like heaven and hell stuff. Ooh, damn, that guy there's all sorts of messed up. Doom Eternal has a lot of weird like heaven and hell stuff going on with it, which I really enjoy. Right in tune with this type of game, 100%. Let me just go grab this strong trophy. There we go.
Riches await us. You never cease to impress me.
Damn, dude. We are just cleaning house. I guess we saved them all, but I like to save them all anyway. Like, we saved enough, rather. Well, I like to go above and beyond if I see more. I go all in. Hello, boys. I like how I just immediately ended it. Oh, man. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to bump up the difficulty, I think. Oh my god, look how cool this is! That's badass. Good job, art team. Oh, give me them back. You know what? I'll take these guys with me. Alright, let's go. We check everything. I think we checked the other entrance. There's also a way... Oh shit, there's a waypoint back there. That's alright. We might be able to get a boss fight up here. I think that's where we fight... What's-her-face? To absorb some corpses. Oh, what's so great about this character too is just that you can throw your skeletons forward and just have them engage with the enemy so you can keep them from getting too close to you. Just like that.
Your death nears.
Alright, let's do this part.
So much more now.
Level 48.
The moment of your death grows near.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
I'd like to point out that all my dudes were invisible there for a second. Wait, no! She just died!
It pains me to see it.
We didn't see any of her mechanics because she just fucking got blown up. She just got blown up. All right, we might actually have to go into adventure mode and refight her because what the hell? What the HE double hecky sticks, dude? Wow. So now I understand. These guys, when they explode, do, like, ludicrous damage. Like, unbelievable amounts. That's insane. Alright, tell me about Maghda, leader of the Coven.
When I joined the Coven, it was weak and idle. The leaders were content to do nothing, while the prime evils were imprisoned. I convinced another witch to help me poison them. And together, we took control. She left. some years later. But I continued, bringing the Coven to glory under Lord Belial.
Well, swift justice is what that was.
I need to go back.
Jesus. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to wrap it up. But I think we got a cutscene.
Caldeum is still in peril. Before she died, Maghda revealed that Belial's treachery goes even deeper than we suspected.
God damn it, Maghda. All right, in the next episode, Tyrael has a quest for us. We'll talk to any NPCs that we need to talk to. I'm MacMain101, and I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate all the comments. And tell me more about the lore. I've actually been really enjoying those comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.